Hello, Stropes here again. Some major tournaments this week. Last weekend, we've got the Bothan Network Invitational as well as the first sector qualifier in Milan. Now, the top 8 of that sector qualifier, there were 7 Django lists, but also one Piett Yellow list. So I thought we'd take a look at this list. Honestly, has a lot in similar with what we were trying to do with Dooku Yellow about a month ago, when the set hadn't really even been released yet, but trying to get out these invisible hands and then get out things like the B1 security team, the separatist commandos for free, and even pull out stuff like the droid commandos and stuff, because with invisible hand you can even pull them just straight into your hand. I think this is actually like a much more kind of optimized version of that list. I'm still keeping that Dooku list updated, but I think this is just better because you are not devoting your main deck slots to trying to spam the board. For Dooku, he requires a bit of setup because you need a lot of really early cost things that put multiple bodies on the board, and then you use Dooku's ability to sacrifice it to then ramp into stuff like Invisible Hand. But Piett just makes it so that you don't exactly have to do that and dedicate like so many deck slots to that. This list, I should say, I'll move my face here, was created by the username on the Melee thing, I think is Malvolio, so I tried to keep that accurate. If Malvolio wants their name on that list in the video description or something like that, or something different as far as credit goes, reach out to me, let me know, and I can fix that. But this is just a kind of really, I was going to say standard version of this build, but I mean, it kind of is in the sense that you're using the triple dark rage, you're using the invisible hand, you're using the overwhelming barrages, some sneak attacks to try and get that little bit out. There are a lot of one-ofs in this list, which I am a little bit curious about. There's 51 cards main deck, and there's stuff like one jump to light speed. Jump to light speed lets you return a friendly space unit to your hand, and then you can play it for free. There's not a lot of stuff that comes out readied in this list really, but Invisible Hand has when played, Reinforcement Walker has when played, Devastator has when played, so there's a fair bit of those, but even stuff like Chimera doesn't. So there's one copy of Chimera, one copy of the Reinforcement Walker, and even one copy of the Finalizer in this list. So it's a really, and one Waylay, one Commandeer, one Sneak Attack, 51 cards. I don't know. I don't mean to critique this list or anything like that. I could not have placed so highly in a tournament with that many players and stuff in it, but it does seem a little odd to me to go to 51 cards and have one jump to light speed in there and stuff. But obviously worked out for Malvolio. So we'll play this deck just as it is, using the cards that are in it, and just go from there. Alright, looks like we're going up against Parallel here with a Han yellow deck, one of those, one of the best decks in the format, arguably the best, up there with Django. We will not mulligan here. We can ramp into the resupply. Probably don't need a dogfight. I think most Han lists, at least the Bothan Network Invitational kind of Han lists, we're running maybe 5 space units, so dogfight is less useful here than it would be into a Django list, I would think. And then as far as the rest of this stuff go, we do have 3 Devastators main deck, so probably drawn to another one, especially since we've got 3 triple dark raids, leading with this B team here. Gonna use Han's ability. They're not in green, so they're gonna play some 3-cost thing, whether that's Falcon or something else. We'll claim here. There's the Falcon. Okay. I think we'll... Yeah, we're just going to Bazine here. I think we can ramp into... Although, I'm trying to think Triple Dark Raid. A lot of our stuff is Invisible Hand level of cost, and we can't play Invisible Hand off of Triple Dark Raid on a 3-resource turn, though. So I think we're kind of really gonna... Okay, so we're gonna have to probably just put this all on our base. Okay. And then, so now, yeah, I just don't think there is anything we can pull from Triple Dark Raid on 5. It's not I don't know. At least that Guerrilla Soldiers we kept a little bit off. Bib Fortuna is good, like as a turn 1 play, potentially to like make these cost less, which then lets you hit the invisible hand. So then we could have done that last turn, but not currently. I mean, like at the very least, we can just Piett straight into an invisible hand. And then just play it fair. Okay. Oof. A whiff. Total whiff. Nothing at all. Not even drawing one of those droid commandos. They'll claim there, which makes sense. I mean, we need to stop this. Stop this. So... There's the droids, right at the bottom of that giant stack of cards. Barrage would help too. They don't really have like any sentinels, so they can like real easy tap that. What can we get off of this triple dark raid though? Wow, double whiff. Like no vehicles. Wow. I mean, they just win this one. There's like absolutely no way to come back from all of that. So there's a claim there. Then they can like do their Han thing. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, like a double whiff, like the whiff off the invisible hand, and then a whiff off of triple dark raid. I mean, there's like I can waylay. Like we didn't even have like a waylay. There's only one waylay in the deck. Like if we could have pulled a B1, we could have at least clogged up the ground and then waylaid and then potentially tried to do something to Han. But at this point, I mean, we're not even up to like Devastator math. So yeah, I think we're just gonna have to GG them there. Yep, whiff, double whiff. They got it. Alright, we'll go into the next game here. Alright, going up against Mistral here. Let's see here. We do have triple resupply, but we obviously don't need all of those. It might be nice to have like a bib. I wouldn't have thought maybe easy decision if we have like a bib Fortuna. Separatist Commando is just kind of, it's alright, but not super great. They're on Nabat Village, really great base there. I think, I'm trying to remember, there's a YouTuber who's got a really good video breakdown of all the bases and the math on them. I think it's Mog, no, not Mog. It's something like that though. I'm just getting confused because they all got, it's Mo the Monster. I think it's Mo the Monster, if I'm remembering correctly. I'll put it in the link though, but he's got a really great breakdown on all the math. And makes Nabat Village look very good, at least as far as like hitting a lot of your curve goes, smoothing out your curve quite a bit. Here's where a waylay would be nice, but don't have one of those. 5/6 shielded is just, you know, good. In between these matches, I looked at there's a waylay though. We got it. Malvolio went 2-0 against a Han Yellow list, and then went 0-2 against another Han Yellow list. As far as record goes, let's see here. This is why Bib is nice, because then we could do TDR plus waylay potentially. What are we on here though? I don't want to like mess up my play. Are we trying to ramp or invisible hand? I think we get rid of this resupply carrier because it will die into that, and then they keep their stuff versus invisible hand, which it won't. So, and then we can also be attacking for 4 with Separatist Commando once invisible hand is out, and then hopefully we can actually get some hits off of it. I say that, but nope. Okay. Well, now what? It's like I could hit them for 6. Also claim and bounce and stuff. Was that worth it? I don't know. I'm gonna hit them. They got 3 less health than we do. And I think if we can keep some stuff out, sneak attack. What are we at? Like 6 for the Devastators on 8. So we can't even get out Devastator. We could get this assault cruiser, but this really kind of is not so hot into all the stuff with shields. And unfortunately, like Invisible Hit doesn't pull any Space Sentinels or anything. So here it's like, I think it's important to keep some of this damage off of us, to be honest. So I'm gonna waylay this Inferno 4 to knock that Iden off of there. Barrage is also a little less into like a bunch of shielded units and stuff. So let me see, what do we got? We got 10. We got 12 on board now. We can put them at 20. I guess I should have maybe kept that sneak attack, but also like this triple dark raid, because if we put them at 20, they're dead on board. They'll need to play Qi'ra and then try and barrage us, but Qi'ra is going to have 4 health, which means she dies to this commando, so that's kind of like why it puts them in a weird position, because now I can do this, and then they don't have a Qi'ra, so they're not barraging us, unless they want to try and barrage us with an AT hauler, which I guess, but then we still have Piett, and they probably will, their hauler will probably die, and we can get it back, because they're not on anything that, stops that. So I'm just going to start hitting base here. We'll attack them there, puts them at 16, and then we'll triple dark raid. This really kind of, what is oh man, sorry about that, but just like, I mean, what? Nothing else you can do about that, I guess. Gosh, I can't believe, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, I've been having terrible luck with that. But nothing you can do about that. Because that would, like, anything off of that would have, like, put them, you know, in to range of, I mean, like, we can still assault cruiser them. It does put them in a weird position because now, did we, like, put that in the resource row, though? Was it a May? When this is, nope, not a May. I was gonna say, because I don't play with it enough to know if it's May exactly or not. But okay, fine. So put them to 19. We could also just like claim, and although this comes out, because it's from TDR. Okay, so might as well like hit them. What are they gonna do with that interdictor though? Like, are they gonna try and run it into our assault cruiser? Are they going to try and put us at 20? They're going to pass. I mean, like, I feel like it's better to well, we don't need to claim, though, because it's not like it's going to stay around. Like, it's just going to bounce back. So, I mean, they're going to use it to kill that. I mean, I guess so that they can bounce back, but again, it's kind of like not a huge thing. This dogfight is pretty good because you can like dogfight the Devastator into something. Is it like 1? It is 1. So what if we resource this so we can Devastator even like on an empty board? Although like we can just do this. I was gonna say we could just drop the Devastator and then dogfight it into their Sentinel, but we can also wait and then potentially if they drop 2 space things and do that, because we're gonna put them like at least at 25. I mean, like just 26. I was gonna say could we barrage and do it, but I don't think so. So it just puts them at 26. But does a resupply? I guess like a resupply carrier plus a barrage will kill their space sentinel, but I don't think they can play it because they're on 5. I could probably just claim there, but I guess not. You always want to put out the pressure, but I mean, it's not like they're going to untap and get something with that. I guess like that is why. Let's see here. Can they kill? It's not like they can kill this with that. So I think I just claim here. I mean, because they can shield it, I guess, and then they hit it for 4. They're going to GGS, I was going to say. I was just trying to think of I mean, like, we won even with that pretty big triple dark raid whiff. I was just trying to do the math on this. Yeah, because if they devastate in gunship, they shield it, it hits us for 4. They can hit that, but like there's yeah, not a lot that they can do there. So it managed to pull it out in the end there. We'll go into the next match. All right, up against pre-Visla list here. Villainy green black. I guess Villainy is already black. But just the colors we'll be looking for. I don't know, I've got like so much lag here. I got this like command center like blocking me. I don't think we will mulligan here. We do have Bib for turn 1, and we have our resupplies for after that. But it's kind of taking me like 3 clicks for stuff to work, and the cards are kind of hovering for a bit long. Resupply one of those because you don't need 2, and this commando is just not good unless we've got another separatist out. So they've got initiative, so Legion General Pride is really excellent if you maintain initiative, because he'll be doing in Boba Fett he does 5, but here he's going to still be doing 4, which is quite a bit. Now we can't really triple dark. So there's nothing like super good here. I mean, like right. So I can at least soak some of that with Bib here for a minute. The benefit of having shielded units is that it goes underneath the shield, so their shield does not fall off, at least. Although I guess it will with Pride, because he's got that special like shield falls off ability, so I stand corrected. I'm trying to think, like, we can use Bib to make this cost 1 less, which means we could potentially get a like invisible hand or something off with that. So I think we will, because we can't play this next turn. If this was some capital ship we could play next turn, it might be worth it to try and resupply into Piett, but if we're not playing anything anyway, maybe not. So we do hit an invisible hand, and benefit of the triple dark raid is that we can like at least whiff on that, I guess. Not the whiff is not a benefit, but that we get it into our hand, and then we can at least play that. Okay, so what do they got here? Missile platform. So I think what we do here is kill this. And then, wow, yep, double, nothing. How many cards is that? It's gonna be like 16 cards and nothing? Okay, so I mean, like, at the very least what we can do is we can put like 1 on here, and then like 2 on here. Right? Yeah. Okay. And that way it doesn't die, so we can still keep it. Okay. You'll get to me dead. I mean, I guess it will be alright into pre-Visla. I'm not sure exactly what he does. You don't see him that often. I think his power is based on the cards in your hand over a certain amount, though. I think you gotta have like over... Yes, we know you have initiative. You're going to deal damage to us. When does he come out, though? 5? So, next turn. I think that's all I do, though. Because I think I can just ramp into Piett, I guess. And then, play Piett and kill Pride, which I guess I'll do, because they're going to keep initiative this whole game, and there's not going to be a good way for me to get rid of that stuff. And here we'll go up to 6, 7, 8. I mean, like, we can Architon's assault cruiser next turn. And the Piett will also be a pretty good soak for a minute for any indirect damage that they wish to do. Although it's like, do I do Invisible Hand? I think what we do here is Architon's, and just so we can like ramp into like a Devastator or something, because this like ramps us for the next turn at the very least. I mean, like, I guess they might kill Piett with him. Let's just attack into the base though, because they're definitely going to keep going. Okay, if you have 6 or more, it gets a power. So I need 2 more cards, and you have 3 or more, it has Saboteur. So it has the Saboteur. Interesting that they're going to base here. Another Architons. I kinda want, gosh, a Finalizer. Costs 9? I can almost finalize it. Okay. Although, like, what are we doing here? Maul is good, because we can just, like, play Maul. What else do we got? That is good for tapping. Triple Dark Raid is good. I think, honestly, I know Maul. It's just like, I think it's all good. Except maybe this Architons, because there's nothing in space for us to ambush. But it's just like, what are we doing first? I can No Good to Me Dead the IG first. And then just because I think we need to keep that 7 off. And then 6, so like 1 off of the Maul, but we can still TDR, but we can also try and get a B like those droids. Let's keep threatening them in space with the Architons though for the ramp. 5. I think 6, 7, 8. Bombardment. Okay. So we'll do 1. Oh no, this, because of the lag, is going to take forever. We can go up to 7 on this, so we can put like 4. And then we can even put 4 on this. Right? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, I was just trying to think, because what else can we, like, could we get a Devastator with this on 3, like 5, 6, 7, 8? Put Piett's out. Let's see what we got. Okay, I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, I guess because we can get the on-played trigger, which is this. So keep some damage off our base, play it for free, and then hopefully just hit something else. Attack. What else we got? Yep, that's exactly the best thing we could hope for there. And then into there. Now we're tied. Okay. I don't think Invincible is good. I mean, like, we really need, like, our barrages and stuff, kind of, at this point. I guess Maul is, like, super great for them. Does Finalizer say, like, same arena? And does it say any number of friendly units captures an enemy non-leader? Okay. I mean, like, I can Maul into them. Oh gosh. 2. So I do like 5 to base. Can I get them this way? let's try this. I think I can like hit base here. I can maul into the IG unit. And then I think they're dead from all that. Because the maul's gonna overwhelm the IG unit, even though they trade, which puts them at like, yeah, 34, something like that. I mean, they're gonna scoop there. So that was a little bit closer than I wished that it was, because maul there at the end, because maul, I mean, like, is the perfect answer to something like the B1, because it's still going to deal 6 to base, and it gets rid of this, like, so it kind of makes it like it doesn't exist anyway, you know, or it doesn't really matter, not really a roadblock to maul. Thematic though, I suppose, but yeah, but we got it out there in the end. They scooped. We, like I said, we put them at 34 from that, and there's not much else they could do. The finalizer though, I was trying to keep around because I've never actually played it in a game, just because it costs so much. And then yeah, but I mean, like, because what we could have done was like Piett stolen that. I just thought they'd kill whatever we took stuff with Pre-Visla, but they were just going to hit our base with Pre-Visla anyway because of the Saboteur. So they were just going face anyway. But I mean, potentially the finalizer, I mean, there might have been something there that we could have done. But anyway, we'll go on to the next match. All right, up here against Luke Green. Let's see. Do you have double ramp? I think we'll keep this. So Luke's going to be looking to put shields on his stuff, starting with an Alliance Dispatcher. I mean, like, this Droid Commando, kind of missing out on a turn 1 Separatist, but that's because, excuse me, a lot of these, I guess I could try and, like, no good to me dead it. I'm really wondering if that's kind of like the answer here. Maybe I should have kept that and resource one of these invisible hands. Because I need to exhaust this dispatcher to be able to ramp with it. So even this seems like a potentially weird play, I really do not want them untapping with that dispatcher and being able to go up to 4. The reason I was getting rid of that super laser tech is because of this right here, right? Like the shielding. So I mean, we can run stuff into there, but it's not going to make like a huge difference. Be interesting to see what they do here. They'll have access to their dispatcher next. Are they going to build up like all this stuff on the ground? We can go up to Piett next though. Cad Bane's nice into being able to just like take their units even without even with all these shields on stuff, right? I'm really not planning to attack them or anything. I mean, they'll just, I also don't mind if they hit the base at this point. So we're just trying to get up on our resources. So it's just like whether it's between like a resupply carrier and this invisible hand. I really think at this point we're going to go invisible hand to start establishing. I know just like pulling these out isn't going to matter a whole lot, but the longer this is out, the better it is because like the more hits we get in with it, right? So I mean, that just like, I'd rather have this be spitting out something each turn. They're going to be able to shield that. So they'll hold us off for a minute. The question is, like, can we catch up to them? So we'll get in our attack here first. I'll get this B1. We go up to 8 with Piett. We get a Devastator next turn if we get our resupply carrier out, though. But we can also try and triple Dark Raid. Yeah, because that ship's going to be real annoying without a Devastator out to stop it. So we're up to 7 with this. 8, 9, 10. Yeah, for the Devastator. I was just trying to make sure we got our math right. So I think that's what we'll do here. And then I think we might try and put a little bit of on-board pressure against them, like here on the ground. Because they can't attack into our B1s now. They'll lose their village protectors. It really kind of depends on what they do here, though. Like if they shield. I guess it's okay. Well, I'm still anticipating them hitting us. If they don't and want to claim, that's probably fine. But we can claim here. Although I wonder if we need to devastate or Luke. We'll have like reinforcement. Cad Bane can do some capturing. Like, really just want to keep Piett around though. I'm thinking like a stuck Luke is going to be worse for us because of we can just keep shielding this Bright Hope, which will be in like the worst case scenario for us. Although maybe they're going to try and Luke. Oh, combat damage. That's interesting. Okay. Let's try. We'll run Piett into this dispatch. Because now they can't ramp into a Luke unit. Okay. So we can like take, yeah, we'll do that. We're just gonna like use up all of our actions to kind of get their Luke deploy out. Okay. What can I do? I mean, like, I can capture. We can also like reinforcement, and then like immediately. Maybe what we do here is we just get Cad Bane and take their stuff, and then Devastator Luke. That way, at least it's kind of keeping that damage off of us. So we can claim here, and then if they want to deploy a Luke, I mean, it's okay. Although, those are like 4 to Piett. So maybe not. That's interesting, because I think they should have killed our Piett. We maybe... Well, I mean, like, I guess no matter what, we could still play our Devastator. Because we could have used his, yeah, just deployability there. They got home 1. But they don't have enough. This is I mean, they should, I think. Oh, they're trying to play something that they couldn't play from that. Okay. So we claim here, and we just kill that with Devastator. Like 2 triple dark raids? Yeah, I'm just like, what's the best thing to do here? I'm not sure, right? Like, do we just start hitting the base or... but I think, like, we can't leave these home ones out. And at least Devastator has Overwhelm. So maybe we'll triple dark raid here, and let's get 5. I can, like, use Finalizer... And then Piett can capture... Let's capture Obi-Wan. And then Cad Bane can capture these village people. And then I can't capture that with Devastator because it's not in the same arena. So here, I mean, like, we can put them at 29. Like, I'm not sure. Like a Yoda. Because we hit there. And then like even if they try and like get this stuff back, let's do this, and then we'll triple dark raid them, and we can't really get that, so we'll have to pass there. We'll pass. But they're dead, super dead, because I'd have to get rid of this Devastator. Let's see here. Do we have a... We don't have a Separatist. So these droid commandos are still kind of... They're going to GG us there, so I don't know if they're going to like scoop or not, but I mean, they're super, super dead. Okay. So there we go. 10 straight to base, so that'll be that game. Alright, as far as closing thoughts go, I really love this list. It's a really, really fun list, especially if you liked the kind of play style that I used in my Dooku Dark Raid video. I think this is really honestly just a kind of better deck with a higher ceiling. So I know I've had a number of people ask me. I have been updating it on SWODB, but honestly, if I was trying to go to a competitive event, at least maybe something a little bit more important than your weekly play, I would probably be running something like this if this is the style of deck that you want to run. It just requires a whole lot less setup, and being based around capital ships specifically as a trait, as opposed to separatists, which don't have a lot of... Dooku's always looking for a good 5-drop, and Kraken just kind of really isn't it. You're right, this ceiling is just like much higher. We've had capital ships since the whole game, you know, was released. I think there's even one from like each set if you go through, because you got the Devastator from set 1, you got the Assault Cruiser, you got the Invisible Hands. I believe there's probably one from each set on here. But I also think that this list could be tightened up a little bit. Like I said at the start, it is 51 cards, and there's a lot of one-ofs, and I think a little bit of cleanup could be done, especially once the meta shakes out a little bit more. But this is a fantastic list, a fun list. If you like that Dooku build and are looking for like a more solid, current, competitive version of a similar list, like I said, I would probably just go with this. But I think that'll be it for today. If you like this kind of video, it does help me out. If you like it, you know, leave a comment, that kind of thing. But other than that, have a good day. Goodbye.